Yeah. So, Srita, so the purpose of this call is majorly to discuss about the remaining modules, the notes of the remaining modules. We had already gone through the two theoretical and practical thing earlier. I hope you remembered that things. So, Srita, I'm sharing my screen.
Okay,
So,
1 second. 1 second, Bhupinder. Is there any chance to record recording option? Do you
yeah,
have
yeah, I
recording
did. I started.
unavailable?
I started the recording, Srita. Yeah. So, give me a
Yeah.
second. How can I? Yeah. So I'm sharing my screen, Srita. Please let me know once it's visible at your end. Yeah. Is it visible?
It is visible now.
Yeah, great. So I just covered the most important things in this modules. So we had gone through the three modules that discussed most about the theoretical thing. So in the remaining modules, I just kept the important things. So the module 4, which the org had shared the syllabus for, discussed about the importance of information security. So recently, when we last connected after it, four vulnerabilities got discovered. So Nix is one of that, and Oracle is one of that. Oracle got compromised, and yesterday I was reading Samsung phones was also compromised. So Sarita, you are seeing the importance of information security here. As Donald Trump came in and the administration in US has changed, so there is a CVE program that lists about the vulnerabilities in public domain. They conduct the researches. They just not conduct the researches, but they're primarily responsible for R&D in the cybersecurity domain. Give it a second; it's taking some time. Yeah. So the thing is, the CV program funded majorly by US government had been paused for a second. It created a lot of noise in the cybersecurity community, but laterly it suddenly got resumed. So this is one of the big thing. Yeah, I'm not sure if my internet isn't working, but yeah, it is taking a time. Give me a second. Yeah. Yeah. So this is the org this is the org that I was referring to, and you can see CISA extends Mitre CV program for another 11 months. So you are seeing the importance of cybersecurity. Yeah. So this is one of the major thing that rumored about cybersecurity and the industry in last couple of days. So yeah, so the importance of information apart from this resource, you can go through this site. Mitra is a framework. It is also an organization which is used primarily for defensive cybersecurity. CV it publishes the disclosed vulnerabilities with the details, with the steps, and what I need to mitigate them. Yeah. So any questions still now, Srita? Hello.
I'm good.
Yeah, great. So yeah, I'm not sure why this isn't loading up. Either I'm opening this up in Brave or so yeah. But these are the so CV is nothing but a database of the vulnerabilities recently disclosed. This is the official cybersecurity platform that publishes the vulnerability that had been disclosed. So Log4j vulnerability created too much noise, so it got published first here. Then the enterprises, startups, or whatever the enterprise you are working in can act on it. It should be published here first. So that's the thing. Yeah. So this is the site, and there is a list for CVs. You can go through it, and yeah. So that's it about CV. So you can refer to this wiki page as well. Like this is nothing but a list, and the IDs are associated. So these are the unique identifiers throughout globe. Let's say we are now using Chrome, and within Chrome or Brave, there is a vulnerability in its Java code or a JavaScript code, particular library of JavaScript acting abnormally. So we find a vulnerability, we report it. what's it got published in CV. So there is a unique identifier for that kind of vulnerability. It will state, hey man, this is present in Chrome version 14.0.0.3, where it present in this particular library, how it present. We need to perform these steps, then it is present and what it is impacting. So this is CVID relates to. Yeah, so this is the process, this is the program. As I said, this is funded by CISA. United States government is a mostly important funder of this program, and these many records are here. So you can search with the CVIDs or let's say or CLA. I just mentioned Oracle. So yeah, so CVIDs new tool, yeah. So these are the CVIDs. Uh, you are a database engineer. You are into data science, na? Sarita, are you?
Database and cloud also.
So let
I have a database and cloud also.
yeah, great. So let's say we want to discover the cloud vulnerability. This is the
Yeah,
big thing.
database is
What
also fine. We'll start with database only. Later we can go to cloud. The previous one is also good.
yeah, sure. So let's say Oracle. This is the latest, so that's why I want to use this. So this is the most important resource I'm sharing with you. Like government is spending billions on it. People in the market, they don't use public resources, they want private resources. Hardly 1 out of 100 engineers refers to this site, but the one who refers, he is great in his domain. So yeah, you should go through this. This is if we can, the context and the content within this CVs or documentation is so much that we can do 100 plus courses on it. So yeah, so just a brief overview, like this is the particular ID that I was talking to. This is the status that it is published, and what is the description? Yeah. So the title is like WordPress nodes run Oracle plugin. So there is some plugin of the Oracle and WordPress which integrates. And what is the name of the vulnerability? It is a XSS attack, cross-site scripting. Nothing but it is impacting the JavaScript code of that particular Oracle plugin, and yeah, that's it. And this is a medium severity vulnerability, so it impacts the orgs. So yeah, so regarding yeah, so regarding the references, here they had mentioned one reference, and you can go through it. Even give me a second, let me open the reference for you. Yeah, this could allow a malicious actor to, as I said, already said, like a malicious actor can implement or modify JavaScript code. Once the JavaScript code is there, so yeah, it can be impacted. And as a cloud or a database administration, you don't require to know how to perform this vulnerability. You require to know how to remediate it. So here they had mentioned the solution, a simple solution. Just update a version to 1.4.4. Yeah, and that's it. So the plugin, or this is the plugin version they are talking about, the Oracle plugin that they were using. So you just need to update that plugin, and that's it. And these are the further details that you can refer to, like this is the software or a plugin name, nodes run give me a second. Yeah, nodes run Oracle plugin which integrates with WordPress. And this is a type plugin. It can be a software, it can be a plugin, it can be a thick client, it can be cloud application. This is the vulnerable version, and which version they had fixed this in. So there can be some versions where they didn't implemented a fixation, but for CVs that had been assigned, that had been assigned, they generally fix it. And OWASP, as I mentioned, already described, OWASP is a non-profit organization, NPO, which is another big, which publishes, which ranks the vulnerability, like the most impactful vulnerability. So this attack is part of its third rank. It gave it a third rank, like it can come under injection attacks, and the classification is again XSS attack. And this is the CVID that you can use. and the severity is 6.5 out of 10. So we use severity system, CVSS again. Don't forget about it. So I'm sharing a lot of resources. Just go through this. Yeah. So we need. So this is the. So when we rank the vulnerability, we know it. We want to know its impact. That's how we can implement SLS, service level agreement. Let's say you find a vulnerability. So in how much day you are going to remediate it. So we want to categorize the vulnerability, either it is a high impact, medium impact, or a low impact. If it is a low impact, then I want to prioritize the implementation for fixing high vulnerability. You have 10 vulnerabilities, 9 low, 1 high. So which will you fix first, Sarita?
Which has high impact.
Obviously, that's a great thing. So organizations mostly had SLA for 30 days in case of high and critical vulnerabilities. Meanwhile, for medium, they have 60 days, and for low, 90 days. Or they can even, accept the risk and ignore that fixing, because the cost benefit analysis came in, and yeah, that's it. So this is the scoring standard that we use. So this is the attack vector. It is like are you able to penetrate into the net? Like let's say you find a vulnerability. So the very first thing, do you need access to that network, that enterprise network? If yes, then you need to put yes. If no, then adjacent or local or physical, whatever is applicable. Attack complexity, how complex is it to perform the attack? So this is the scoring system that I'm telling you. How, what different are you working with multiple integrations, like one system, two system, three system, four system. The more the systems are, the more the attack complexity is. Let's say you are going to perform DDoS attack. In that case, you need thousands of system in place. So the attack complexity in that case would be high. But if you are performing just with a single payload, that it would be low. Do you require a privilege? Let's say you are an attacker, you want to exploit. Do you require a creation of account within that organizations? If yes, then you will say high. If no, none. If low, it's low is like a normal user, high is like admin user. User interaction. Let's say you as Sarita, who is outside of network, who is an attacker, you are going to exploit someone's uh, organization. Would you require user interaction? How? Let's say you created a phishing link. You send it, like you created a phishing link to email. So that requires user interaction? Yes. We require employee to click that link. But there are some zero click attacks, which is which are too advanced. So in that case, you are not required the user interaction. Yeah. So scope is nothing but let's say we are able to penetrate into the one application. Will it impact the other application of that enterprise as well or not? So unchanged, nothing, not changed. Changed, matlab we are able to penetrate. Confidentiality, integrity, availability. This you know. Confidentiality, nothing but as data being confidentially disclosed. Then we can select low. Yeah, low level information is disclosed or high level information is disclosed. Integrity, are we able to modify it? Are we able, let's say two-person are communicating on WhatsApp, are we able to modify their message as a attacker? And availability, are we able to de-available that application to the persons who are using it? So yeah, so these are the things. If we select this, then I selected this randomly. You can see out of 10, the score that we got for this kind of parameters of a vulnerability is 2.9. It is low. Now it is 4.6. Now it is 5.5. So 1 to 3 is low, 3 to 7 is medium, and give me a second, and above 7 is high, and above 9 is critical. So yeah, I hope I am able to clarify this a great uh, scoring standard. This take it takes like for a beginner it takes like 10 to 12 days to grasp this thing, but since I already knew it and I tried find like I try to find a general way in which I can explain you with examples. So yeah, I'm recording it. So yeah, that would be efficient too. Yeah.
Yes, I got some understanding on how we can search about the task. I mean, the solution for the particular problem
Yeah.
which is already available, and otherwise is how to log it, right? What priority we need to give, what is the scope we need to give. That's what you
Yeah,
explained.
exactly. So the priority is given in that database only, but I am discussing as a ethical hacker. If you are an ethical hacker, you find a vulnerability, then you need to score it. You
Okay.
participated in bug bounty, you find a vulnerability, you need to score it. So you find a vulnerability, you need to score it. So this is the scoring mechanism that organizations use to score their vulnerability. So yeah, this is the score that we got here. Look here, CVSS Verity 6.5. I am not sure why they mentioned this low. This should be medium. The patch priority is low. Like the patch priority, it's like the simple update. So it's up to them. Sometimes our big complex networks, we can't just update a system because there are trillions of system depends upon it, trillions of APIs. The development takes a long time. So that's why maybe they had patch priority as low. But yeah, so CVS's severity of 6.5, then it should be medium, or else it shouldn't be 6.5. Yeah. About the developer claim ownership, yeah, credits. Nah, nah, nah. Required privilege. This is again the same thing. What user privilege are necessary to perform the attack? They said contributor. Simple. Contributor is nothing but let's say this is a plugin. So they may be allowing the open source community to develop their plugin. So as a contributor, we might have a user role through which we can able to exploit this vulnerability. And this is the timeline. 17 December 2024 and published by Patch Stack in this thing. Yeah. So yeah, this is about the vulnerability. This is the resource, and this is about the cross-site scripting attack. So I had mentioned about CVE. Next thing is common weakness enumeration. So CVE is particular attack, the latest attack that we are able to do on the Oracle plugin. But the thing, if you click here, CVE is nothing but a common weakness enumeration, a weakness in condition in a software. So it's like a CV. This is the great line. You might, so again, if you go interview people with 6 of experience in cybersecurity, they don't know about the difference between CWEs and CVEs. CVEs are particular records. As I said, they have unique ID assigned to them that map to particular vulnerability. Oracle version 13.1.0 is vulnerable to cross-site scripting in what way? That a contributor is able to modify the codes. So that is CV code. CV like it's like umbrella. It represents the root cause here. So for that attacker, the CV is 79. So this is umbrella again. This is nothing but an improper neuralization of during web page generation. So whenever web page is generated, as I said, in that CVE record, which is here, CVE, what we are able to do, we are able to, like attacker is able to penetrate into the plugin and implement the XSS attack. So this is the umbrella. This shows how it done. Like login malware message script. So this is the XSS script. It sends to website. So let's say this is you. This is your victim, Alice. So you just logged in your account. You created a XSS script which can penetrate into the network. Obviously, you browse the site. Now you stored this thing in their database. So Alice, who is a normal user, logs into the site. He tries to access the site because you already created a payload and stored in the website. It got executed at the Alice end. Do you got my point? You did nothing but you send a code, a malicious code into the website database. Later, some normal user tried to access that website. So database objects called automatically by APIs and got executed at Alice end. And you have access to Alice browser session everything now because it got executed. So this is the vulnerability basically. This is access stored accesses attack. Yeah. With this, you can penetrate more about Alice. Like you have his her cookies, so you can find what kind of user sessions she is using in her browser. Did she logged into Facebook? Did she logged into Instagram? So you can try to find those cookies as well, and they might work if they are not invalid. So yeah, this is the big thing that I have explained to you, ma'am. Hopefully, CVE, CWE, CVSS, three things. Nothing to confuse. CVSS is nothing but a scoring standard. CVE is nothing but a particular vulnerability if you identified. Then a roll number thing can be assigned to it. CWE is an umbrella thing. Like what is the mechanism, root cause of that vulnerability? Simple. And questions would be welcome because this is a complex topic and I want you to clear every doubt on it. Is there any question, Sarita?
I'm good. But okay. If you are a cybersecurity engineer, um, you will be trying to resolve the issues. That time CVE, CVSS, CVE, and CWE will help, right?
Yeah, so that time mostly this thing alone CVE will help. But
Mm.
if you want like for if you want to resolve the issue, CVE and at max CWEs will help. But which issues you want to resolve first, then this you need to
Okay.
prioritize the issues. Then you need so this is already present in CVE, so you are not going to manually assign the impact. This is already present within the CVE. So yeah, CVSS with
So
CVE can help you prioritize the high impact, low impact, medium impact, and accordingly you can implement it. Yep.
okay. Um, now, so if you if you are unable to find that particular problem already resolved, then you are going to register it, right? Do we have anything to register, or you have an option in CVE itself where we can add that new point thing?
I didn't go to your points, Rita.
Okay, so I got an error where I have some vulnerability related to SQL script. Okay, and the
Uh,
error message, the issue I just tried to find in the CVE.
mhm.
Right? I did not find anything related to it.
No, that's not possible. You will find everything. Like you need to
You'll find
improve
everything.
your search thing. Like you can't directly log in here and said so you can if you are using Oracle database, just mention Oracle, and there are thousands of record present here for Oracle. So you need to go through each of them. If so yeah, you will find here. Look here for Oracle, single Oracle. I'm not putting database here, I'm putting precise Oracle. You will find
Okay.
9056 records for Oracle. Yeah,
Mm.
but there can be a condition like it is not directly showing up here. Then you can use another website which is exploit DB. So exploit DB is nothing but another thing which works like CVEs, but this is more frequent. Like CVs are official, this is like a This is also official, but yeah. So CVs sometimes take time. Attack occurs. CV takes 1 to 2 weeks right there to implement, but exploit DB is like uh, somewhat sooner than that. So let's say I mention the same Oracle thing here, and I also got records here. So right now, in total, there are 46,000 records present here, and there are 323 entries for Oracle. So if you are not able to find in that CVE, then you can see here as well, like what are the issues, like Oracle Business Intelligence, Oracle WebLogic Server, Oracle FatFire. These are the products of Oracle, and what are you looking for? You need to see, like, yeah. Here mostly they mentions of so here you can download the exploit as well, like how to exploit,
I
the
got it now. So, how to get an access to this one?
this is open source.
You just directly log in.
Yeah, nothing. This is a open source database. CV is also open source.
Nice. Okay. But still, we need to get the login, right?
No, this is
Or directly we can.
no user login is required here as of now. Yeah, for trainings thing, you need to log in, but this is you don't need to create. I think this is a Google funded database. I'm not sure. So CV is also present here again. Yeah, so these are the two things. But if you are able to find a vulnerability which is not present here, then ma'am, either that should be a private vulnerability. Sometime organizations
Mhm.
don't disclose it and fix it. So you can participate in bug bounty, and you can publish your own vulnerability in that case, because you had to find a zero-day attack which is not published. So what is a zero-day attack? Zero-day attack is nothing but which is not published. So probably a good chance of winning a Monty in that case. Look, 0 day is a vulnerability security hole which is unknown to its owner, developer, or anyone capable to mitigate it. So you find a 0 day vulnerability, participate in bug bounty, or communicate your vulnerability to the particular to the respective stakeholders, and find lakhs of dollars, millions of dollars for the same, or thousands, depends. Yeah, so this is these are the about CVs, and this is the most important area. I'm not sure the earlier instructor told you this, so yeah, I thought if you have any doubts, or if you want to go through any CVs, other CVs, then we can go through it. Like this is the enterprise tool for which the product is JD Edwards, and so they had mentioned the, like, anything you can search. Let's see. For cloud campus implementation has this thing, and then so yeah, so these are different areas uh, that I have been able to do the thing. Yeah, this product has these CVs. Yeah, you can go through CVs right now for the products or the reports you want. You need some help. You can share your screen, or you can find the reports, and let me know if you have any question. If we both can try to find what exactly occurred and what's it in. What's it,
Yeah, I'm good on this. We can go to the next topic.
yeah, this is some practical that I won't. Give a second. Yeah, yeah. So again, importance of information security, confidentiality, integrity, availability. These are the three terms that will uh, be referred in any cybersecurity domain: offensive, defensive, implementation, whatever you are dealing with. Again, regulatory compliance is a big thing. GDPR is a Europe's EU uh, compliance. Let's say your organization is dealing with the European Union clients, or your organization has their employees in European Union, then they need to comply to GDPR. This is a must thing. If you are working for cloud and you are supplying your services to healthcare in USA, then HIPAA. This is a old compliance. Right now we have high trust. So HIPAA and high trust is a US compliance. ISO 2701 is a standard global compliance. This is a industry compliance. So trust again, business continuity again. Every company have their trust portals like trust or security or compliance portals where they mentioned about their security postures, like how they can ensure customers to be, secure. So they publish their uh, white papers on trust portals. So yeah, even AWS have their trust portal. Every company have their trust portals. Most of the big companies have their trust portals. Threats to use computers. So I try to put the official definitions and the type of worms here. Malwares include the virus, worm, ransomware, Trojan that can steal your data. Let's say you are trying to install any proxy. In India, we have a fashion. Let's say we want to do video editing, then we just try to find a proxy for it. Like instead of buying it premiumly, like can we find a patched version? So we try to install, but those installations are not from official site, just for a free purpose came from include these viruses. So this is how attackers bluff, not exactly bluff, but yeah, put their malicious scripts into your system, and your system becomes their bot. Next thing is phishing attempt. So phishing again, sending email. So generally we are aware about email phishing, but there is fake websites as well. So we can create a fake website. Let's say I created a google.com. I send it to you. It's not a google.com but google1.com. Looks like Google. You supplied your parameter and that's it. You are cracked. DOS attack is there. Again, simple thing. Insider threat, employers, physical theft, and pest softwares. So cybersecurity user account and practice. As a database engineer or as an engineer within the cloud, this is one of the important thing you deal with. User access, uh, active directories, MFAs again, and least principle of least privilege you are working with. You should work with the compliance team in order to make your SOD metrics. What is a SOD metrics? Give me a second, ma'am. This is segregation of duties. So this is nothing but this defines the least access every department should have. So SOD metrics, I should put IT because finance have its own SOD metrics. Uh, this is like this, yeah. If you create an invoice, but also we can add one more table here. Instead of record transaction, we can put like what kind of application access they need. If they are from finance, they can allow the database access. If they are from cybersecurity, they will allow to some cloud security tools. So this is how SOD metrics can be created. The next thing, user accounts. Obviously, there is a password policy.
Where is that SOD matrix is useful?
It is used so let's say a new employee comes in your organization. Thousands of
Okay.
employees came in. How you are
Mm-hmm.
defining their access? If
Mm-hmm.
you didn't create, if we have to manually ask for access, that is not secure. Na? Like he, so how access should actually work? You should give him a role. Is he an analyst? Is he a senior analyst? Is he a director? Is he a VP of the organization? So this is the first thing. Second thing, what his department is. Let's say it's from database. So by default, looking at his role and his, what I said, his department, a minimum access should be available. If you are VP, you should have a whole production access. But if he is not a VP, he is an intern, he shouldn't have production access. So depending on what kind of access they need, so that is a SOD matrix. How you implement it? You implement it with the cloud engineers. Like they will embed those things in their active directories, and by default, access can be created. A least access. So principle of least privilege is followed here. We want to provide the least access that is required to fulfill their operational task. Yeah. Next thing is password policy. Every organization has this policy, like they said, use 3-digit password, 10-digit password, special character. User groups, again, as I said, we can group users within the departments. Database user, total user, accordingly we can access them. And the access control model, different model. Mandatory access control. As I said, what access is required. Every employee should have access to enter into the premises. Yeah, their card should work. This is a mandatory access, role-based access. If we are in a cloud team, we should be able to log into Azure. We shouldn't be restricted from it. This discretionary access control, like NOC teams or SOC teams, have their own or a firewall server. Only they can work around database or firewall. None other can work. So this is a differentiate best practices. Policy should be there, MSC should be there, separate admin and user role. Admin normal user should be there. These the principle. And regular audit. So regular audit, if you so in compliance, thankfully, which I am working for right now, we are dealing with this thing. So whatever I'm telling you, Sarita, this is purely enterprise thing. You wouldn't find this in anywhere in your, notebooks or any cybersecurity instructor because thankfully I am working on this right now, so I know this thing. User access review, they they do audits, like randomly pick few users and see. They have their own method, mathematical formulas using which they pick a different users and see if their access is broken or not. Example of security breaches, ma'am, you can go through that. And module 5 is unauthorized access. Again, very practical topic. Deals with unauthorized access. What exactly unauthorized access is? Could you please elaborate, Sarita?
I'm not allowed to access or manipulate the data, but by chance I got that access.
Great.
Is an
So
unauthorized
there
access.
are
As
multiple.
per the rules, I am unable. I should
That's
not correct the file.
that's a great
Which user
answer.
has
So
to.
yeah, that's a great answer. So there are two types basically. Either you don't have a role, you created a role, or you have a low role, you upgrade it to a high role. So this is how unauthorized access works. So approach, we can use tools, we have vulnerabilities which we can exploit, or we can use malwares. Yeah. So non-technical, social engineering or shorter something simple. Social engineering is like, let's say, so you consulted with your manager and able to send a phishing link to him, and he clicked that. You have his credentials. You can use it. So yeah. Prohibited sorry. Accessing system without permission is a unauthorized access. You are not authorized to play with firewall as a database engineer, but you are able to do it. That is unauthorized access. This is nothing just within the system, but this is apart from it. This is also like relates to um, not just within the system, but also relates to the way we connect. Like in the physical access also, we have unauthorized access. Uh, we are on
Yes,
premises.
I know example in the production environment. If you are able to change the scripts, then it is a not a
हाँ जी
authorized access, right?
क्लास चली भी मेरी
In the
तो
dev
कर
one
रहा
test, if you are changing the scripts and then running and testing, that is allowed. But in the production, you are not supposed to change the script.
exactly yeah so that is what
That happens sometimes to the user roles, because when they created the role, they whatever the role they created in the dev test, the same role they created, they copy pasted in and the production also, and they created, they did not check that it is production, and then later on when the user when the product developer is trying to manage able to change the script, then that will show as
as
a
I said
incorrect.
as I said SOD metrics should be in place. So that is where tasks. So a tag should be assigned to those user. This is a test user. Do whatever you want to do. In SOD metric, just define it like This should valid only for non-production environments, not for the production one. Yeah, that's a great example, Sarita. When I was a pen tester, so we used these test credentials of non-production to work in production and see if it works. That is a great thing. Yeah, that's a great finding. The next thing, user other user credential, whatever, tampering, deleting data, disable legal framework. Yeah, so these are the things. So the next module, which is sixth module, is desktop security measures. You have the enterprise laptop. How you will secure it? Firewall, block unauthorized access, enterprise anti-malware in your system should be there. Like employees should have anti-malware system. They should update their PCs. If they are not updating it, don't make them use it. Consult with the IT admin department and make it mandate. Screen locking. After 5 minutes, their screen should lock by default. They shouldn't able to modify it. Password utilization, as I said, this is a password policy. File access right. Are they required to implement something, or can we restrict the execute right? RWE, these are three rights. Role based access. If they are VP, they should have production access. If they are not VP, they are intern, they don't have should that production access. Another thing, disk encryption. Whatever data that you have offline should be encrypted by a Bitdefender, or you can use other vendors as well. Bitdefender is a renowned vendor. That's why I am talking. Let's say your laptop got lost or thief stole it. You should able to erase all your data remotely, whatever exists on your PC. So that is where disk encryptions came in. Device control, application whitelisting, patch management. Whitelisting is nothing but you have a network, you just allow the applications you want to make them use. Either we can block the app. There are two approaches: whitelisting versus blacklisting. Either we can block some applications. Let's say I don't want to. Uh, are you there, Surika?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah. So this is
Yeah, whitelisting those things I know.
yeah.
The
There
thing
there
is,
are
I
two
have a
approaches like
URL.
blacklisting and whitelisting.
Yeah.
Blacklisting is blocking the inappropriate content. The thing that I was referring, and yeah.
So actually, I will tell one example. I um, we have a website, okay, which is a SharePoint website,
Yep.
okay. From the SharePoint, I need to get the data every day. So what I do is I use the Wisdom, those things, and then I will try to fetch the data from the website, and then it populates into my tables.
Yep. Yep.
Directly access from the website web. Okay, on short. Okay, I don't generate a file and all, and directly I'll access the data from the link what they have provided by what you call um, it posts the data. When I shoot on that, when I try to connect to that, it posts the data read method. Okay, it reads. So all of a sudden they went for an upgrade. The SharePoint went for an upgrade.
Hmm.
So now they are going for a SharePoint cloud. Before it was a normal SharePoint pre on-prem. Now it is cloud. The same way how we access the data from the URL, this is not working. So because it is a cloud. But initially we thought that whether the link what they have shared was whitelisted. They have any characters which are uh, not required, but they included a space or something, that is called whitelisting, right?
Yeah. So yeah, that can be, but let me yeah, that is so I'm explaining you again. So there are two
Mhm.
approaches: whitelisting and blacklisting. Whitelisting is more secure. Why? Because there are multiple applications, but you are allowing the applications that you want to use. Meanwhile, like in the service-based organization, as TCS. Did you heard about TCS?
Yes.
Yeah, so they had a whitelisting in place. They only allows few applications. This is a big organization. Right now, I'm in product-based firm, which is like a medium setup. So they have blacklisting in place. They allow they block some applications. let's say, Srita, how can I say this? Yeah, so this is practical. They don't allow you, they block the, adult content that they don't want their employees to go through. So this is how the blacklisting work. And whitelisting is simple, but allowing only few applications that they want to use. Is there any doubts here, Srita?
I mean, you tried to explain blacklisting and whitelisting. I didn't get the clarity from the. Okay, so company wants to block the adult this thing.
Yeah,
They will don't want to share with the employees. Okay,
exactly.
that
Let's
is
say
a blacklisting.
any employee want to browse adult content, so the
Yeah,
controls should.
that is blacklisting, right? They
Yep,
block the website, or else let's say they want to block the Facebook.
yep, yep,
They don't want to give access to the Facebook on in the work laptop, okay?
yep,
Or they don't want to give the access to Insta or else some other thing to the you employees. So that's why they do blacklisting. What
yep.
is whitelisting?
Whitelisting is everything is blocked. They only allow to access something. Like they only
That
want
is
you.
blacklisting, right?
No, no, that is not blacklisting. Look, they want to block Facebook. They want to block Insta. They will just
Mm.
put facebook.com, that is blocked. But
Mm.
now they want to block everything. They only want to allow you certain things. Let's say they only want to use oracle.com. They will just put oracle.com. Apart from Oracle, everything is blocked in whitelisting. In blacklisting, apart from that adult content website, everything is allowed. Did you got my point?
Okay.
Is there any question? Yeah, this is a big thing, so you can ask.
Mm.
Feel free, nothing, no worries.
In the whitelisting, they do that
Yeah,
oracle.com is allowed.
so
Is it as it blocks all unapproved entities? Protection against new threats.
don't read this. This is the big thing. This will create so much noise to you. Uh, let's
So I have a, let's assume I am running a company.
yeah,
Okay. I have few employees.
yeah,
Okay. I just blocked Facebook everything that is blacklisting.
yep.
Okay.
Apart
I
from
want to,
the things that you had blocked, employee can access other things that is remaining on the internet, which is everything.
yeah, which is everything.
Yeah.
And
In whitelisting,
and
you put
in whitelisting, you specifically give access to your employees where they can access to it.
yeah, you just created a list what they can access. Azure.com, AWS.com, that's it.
The same credentials, the same credentials will work for, or they give the credentials to the um, site, the link. I mean, they create a user credentials and
No, no,
share
nothing
it.
like that. Nothing like that. So we have uh, we have emails. So either we can implement at network level to all users, or we can specify what user can do. Let's say I have a user role, Sarita. So in whitelisting, what I want, she's a great cloud engineer admin. So I only want to allow her to go through AWS.com. In whitelisting, I will provide a list of AWS.com and that's it. Meanwhile, in blacklisting, I want Sarita not to go through some particular applications, let's say Insta.com. Then I will disable Insta on her ID and that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. Any questions? Would you like to
Yeah, I'm
explain
good. I'm
what
good.
blacklisting is?
Yeah.
Yeah, explain it.
Mm, few activities. If you take another example of blocklisting,
Yeah.
I have access to AWS account. AWS, I'm able to access and I'm able to do something.
Hmm.
Mm, when it comes to the production instance, I am not supposed to mm, run the job manually.
Hmm.
Okay, that is a blacklisting.
Yeah.
My ID is blacklisted for running the jobs, running the loads on the production AWS account.
Yep,
Whereas in the
exactly.
dev test, I can trigger them manually. My ID is whitelisted to do everything in the dev test environments.
Yep, correct, correct. You're correct here.
Okay.
Great. That's a great practical example. Never thought in that. That's a detailed, And the another thing is patch management. So you should make it mandate to release the patches. So either you can work with Microsoft that the default window patch came in, or you can see the patches and then release it. So sometime you can see we can later update this. So antivirus software. Virus is nothing but a virus replicates itself in the laptop, that is, or the system. That is the main thing for the slowdown. Yeah, software should there scan the files, quarantine or deletes it. Preventive measures are mentioned here. Next thing is a cryptography technology, which is a main thing. This deals with encryption. Digital signatures are there, hash functions are there. There are two type of encryption: symmetric and asymmetric. Symmetric encryption is like, let's say, there are keys, public and there are keys from the encryptor end and the decryptor end. If those keys on both ends are same, then it is symmetric. If they are not, then it is asymmetric. So example of algorithms are there. Digital signatures, like let's say you send me a message on WhatsApp. So with your message, automatically a digital signature got added from your end. So I received a message. I had a digital signature with it. So it is a mathematical formula. When compared together, it should produce zero or a default value that server had assigned to it. If it is producing that value, then great. The message is not modified. If the message is modified, then it will put something else there. Hash function is a one-way transformation like SHA-256. It ensures the data integrity. Let's say hash function is like, if someone tries to modify the data should be converted to something else and can't be decrypted. Dehashed, sorry. Measures against network threats: VPNs, SSL, TLS, IDS should be there, segment network should be there, use of cryptographic technology, email we are using it, files we are using it, I'm browsing this site. So this is the thing which says that connection is secure. So this is a certificate. What certificate it is? Certificate is valid. This is a certificate thing. So again, this is encryption thing. Certificate, this is the public that I was talking about. This is the hash algorithm, SHA-256. So I just displayed you practical thing of encryption and blockchain. Digital contracts are there. Corporate ethics and security policy. So this is the last module, corporate ethics. Again, the policies that I was talking about should be in place. Security policy should be there, and these standards should be there. Now, regarding the corporate policy, the other thing that I want you to go through is information security policy. Just search it. So this is the security policy. Sometimes it is called as master information security policy. So how it should be drafted? So this is a government site. This is a NIST. NIST is a framework defined by US government, and you can refer this site. This mentions about the information security policy with their the resources. You can go through it and let me know if you have any doubt, ma'am. So at broader level, this is a high level document within the organization created to enforce the security in place. Yeah. So this is the resource for it. Give me a second. Again, whatever you do, you just don't do it. You should record it. You should go. You can't say I am Srita and I want to do this. I don't, or I am Bhupinder. I want to do this. No, that is not how it is working in corporate. Every decision should come from senior management. They should define your job roles, your boundaries, and what you should able to do. So this is the another source for cryptographic key management system that I told you, like SSJ algorithms. You can refer these things like super specified things published by US government. So this is about cryptography. So you can refer if you want to go into that area, but I don't want you to go that much deep because that wouldn't solve your problem. I just want to display an example. Yeah, so great, great, great. This is how security policy is designed. See it carefully, Sarita. This is a practical corporate ethic thing. Everything you do security wise, you should have a security policy in place in the organization, and that should be defined within their policy. Acceptable encryption standard. What encryption standard are you using? So should be recorded. Acceptable user standard. Assess management policy, SOD metrics, roles and responsibility, who should govern it, who should approve it, everything should be mentioned here. Policy, and then comes procedure, step by step, should include the tools that your enterprise is using. Acquisition assessment standard, artificial intelligence acceptable use standard. Acceptable use standard is, let's say, even it is also called acceptable user procedure. मतलब how they can use the employees data, how AI can use employees data. So this is acceptable user standard. You like when you are creating your account on multiple social media accounts, they take your consent AUP, if you have remembered, like where they can use your data. So again, asset management policy, what kind of security controls are implemented in assets? Antivirus should be there, the user shouldn't able to disable it, everything should be logged in. Cloud service provider management policy, Azure account should be granted to the specific people. Production shouldn't be granted to the less than director level people. Configuration management policy, data management policy, how data is being transferred. No data should be posted on AWS Facebook.com. Database credential standard. Password policy should be in place. So this is another resource that I want you to go through. This is a corporate security. Information security policy is nothing but a corporate security. That's it. Uh, that's it about the class, ma'am. Uh, I have literally, this is the most important class. You might feel this is a 1 hour class, but the things that I covered from CWE to CVE to the vulnerabilities to the information security policy to the encryption things, cryptographic things, and the practical examples. This is the corporate security, enterprise security that we talked about, ma'am. Are there any
Okay.
questions?
But we have still 9 hours left, right?
It's not exactly 9 hours, I think. It should be at least 6 to 7 hours. Uh,
Because you covered only 1 hour. Because okay, you covered a lot of topic in 1 hour. That's fine. But we want to explore some research ideas and those things and paper presenting because the time is left, right? Do you want to do that?
yeah, I will take sure 2 more classes. So 3 more classes. Let's say in one class, I want some practical thing more. Though I displayed a lot of practical thing in that class, I will go through the CVE records, ma'am. And another thing is try hack me. Though that wouldn't serve you, that would serve the initial comers. You are at the management level now. Think that way. Strategic management as a database
Course,
or
that I want to do. See, if I want to do some kind of implementation, I cannot implement right now.
exactly.
But
So
that's why what I want to do is I want to take a use case, a brand new, and present something and have a paper ready for that particular concept. That way, if I work, I will explore. I will also I will cover these at least terminology wise. I need to have a glossary and all those things, right? That way I will cover more. I am just believing. I will take your opinion.
yeah, yeah, sure, sure, sure. Yeah, we
So
can go through that
I
as well.
read about a security policy templates, okay, but in the organization there will be different, right? It depends on the organization and the
Uh,
vulnerabilities and
no, 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 no.
those things.
So, yeah, so if your organization is doing their business in US right now,
Yes,
so security policy should be there.
yeah,
Then,
policies will be there,
no, no. Then
but
other
it
question.
varies from organization to another organization, right?
No, 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 no. No, this is not how it works. As I mentioned, the security policy, why it should be there. This is not we who are making it. This is government who is defining it. If they want to carry forward their business, they want to operate with clients, they should be regulatory compliant with the US standards. It can be HIPAA, it can be NIST NIST, it can be ISO, it can be SOC 2. If they are doing their business right now in US, so this is a mandate. They should have a security policy there, and this is mostly known as information security policy because this deals with information security department. So access control, this should be there. If this isn't there, that means your organization is not compliant. They can't do their business in US. Simple. Not even in US, this is a global thing. So yeah, some policies are not mandatory, but information security policy is mandatory. It can be renamed to something like Master Information Security IS policy. 90% it's same. Yeah. So the next thing, yes, we will carry forward the discussion on your further ideas and the proposals. Uh,
Today we planned until 11:30, right?
no, 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 not 11. I
No, you
I need
mentioned there 9 to 11:30.
not exactly. I may not able to do that. We can carry forward the discussion